What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today, and today we've got some very exciting updates to the game again. So as you know, recently I've been playing on a few PT servers and talking about the rank system and safety rating and so on and so forth. I even done a video trying to get a world record on Maryland, I believe, and today it's just been announced that the website has all been kind of fully revamped, refreshed, and there's some really cool features in there that I just want to go through with all of you and have a look at. And first, the link for the website will be in the description. It is purely just pepiti.com, and you can go and search by everyone's results. You can look at your own stuff, you can look at your friends, it really doesn't matter. Lots and lots of information that I didn't even know was possible to pull out of the game to begin with, but really cool. So let's just have a look at the website and have a scroll through things. Okay, so coming here to the home page, you can see as we scroll through, there's lots of different things. These numbers right here, which I'm going to cover, these are some of my absolute favorites. As I scroll down, it just gives you examples of kind of what you can expect to see from the website, and feel free to go through all of this yourself and just have a really in-depth look. But if I go to the dashboard at the top right, then it takes us to really the in-depth stuff. Lift stuff right here. These numbers at the top, I love. I'm pretty sure I said in either yesterday's video or the day before, I would have loved to see how many laps people have spun in total. So just across Pepiti servers, there's been 362,000 laps spun in total. And I'm not too sure when this reset. However, if I scroll down and I go to Maryland lap times, my lap time's no longer here, and a 138.8 is the top, so I would have been in this range somewhere. So they've been reset at some point, so I'm going to have to go back again and try and update my lap times a little bit and see really where I stack up. But if we go through, we've got a section here for whoever's got the most world records. So far we've got Arf, whoever that might be. I have no idea, someone running a different name, or I could always be sneaky and just copy and paste the GUID somewhere, couldn't I? Then we've got a few people in here. Myself, I am missing now. I did previously have 2 world records, but I know people have gone and beaten them since. This is the one I care about. This is what I think is the most important, is the top MMR. Now, if I click on myself, can I see it from here? No, actually, let me go back one more. If I press this lovely button at the top right, and I search for Linz right there, I can find myself, and now I can see my entire profile. So if I visit Linz's profile, it takes me back to the same page anyway. You can see my MMR, you can see my skill rating, you can see contact, which is how many times you've hit people. So in some of the background footage you might be seeing overlaid in this video, I got into a lapper 1 time, and before the race I'd hit 2 people twice in total, which I think is quite a cool time to see how many times you've hit others. Again, information I didn't even know you could pull out of the game, which I think is really cool. If I move across over to records, you can see all of my best lap times on all the different tracks in the different sessions that I've done. So I've got a 48.8 there on the Honda 450. I've got a 49.6 on the Honda 250, all on these ARL pre-season tracks. Moving across over to races, this is where you get to see all of your MMR. So earlier today, I loaded up a... Was it today? No, it was yesterday, sorry. I was in a server with Charlie and some other guys, and there was about, I want to say maybe like 25 people in it, and I managed to win the race, and I got plus 52 MMR, which is a hell of a lot, and it breaks the race down a little bit more. It tells you what your best lap time was, what lap you done it on, what position you was in when you done it as well. Really cool in-depth stats, and it tells you just how much MMR you've gained each time. So I literally just done a race to get back in footage for this video that you'll be seeing again as well. Got a very good start, led the whole race, finished. It was just a 4-lapper on the ARL pre-season track, and I got plus 39 MMR for beating everybody in that lobby. So there was, I think, max of 22. I don't think all the gates were filled. But I believe, depending on everyone else's MMR, yours will go up and down differently. And I think it would just be really nice if I... Let me go back, sorry. Back for a few pages. Let's go back to the dashboard. I think this is the spot everyone wants to be on. So Swen Daddy, he's out in front by a long way at the moment, and I just with that last race have crept myself inside the top 10. So I think this is a really nice thing to aim for, and I was wondering about making it a series at some point, doing like a road to rank 1. If anybody's familiar with Rocket League, you'll know a lot of people do road to rank 1 on that game. However, I can think of a downside, being that every video that I've released so far on Pepiti tracks, whether it was Club or Maryland, where I've gone for best laps and stuff, you go on the next day and everyone's beating it. You know, they see that as like the gauntlet's been thrown down and challenged. So I feel like as soon as I start a Road to Rank 1 series, people are just going to grind, and it's going to be impossible for me to get there. I'll see how it goes. I'll do a few races here and there. I might record them without even live comming them at the time and then talk over them after the fact, maybe condense them a little bit. I think that could be quite a fun idea and just give me something to do and give me an excuse to play the game a bit more, get used to the bikes. One stat that I thought was incredibly funny is if we go to top contacts down here, this is how many times people have hit others. So Champ right here has bumped into people a total of 419 times, way above anybody else. So he's a bit of a barsher. And he's done that impressively in only 186 laps. So he's averaging about 2.5 or so crashes into people per lap, which is very, very impressive. And I just like all these weird and wonderful stats. I think they're so fun to go through and have a look at. And it's just impressive stuff. So massive shout out to Pepiti. I think someone by the name of PDR is helping do it as well. He made the announcement earlier today in the MX Bikes Discord. And if you really want to see all the in-depth stuff, if you scroll across, if you find a track that you know you've run a lap on, if you click on said track, you can then look at the top 1,000 lap times. Or alternatively, if you want to find yourself, you can search for your name. So it's a good way of seeing where your friends are at, seeing where you're at. You can see how many laps in total have been spun on Paletta Raceway up on the Pepiti servers. I keep getting my tongue twisted saying that name, but really cool. The only thing that I wish was a little bit different, or maybe added onto, is all these three at the top right here: your safety rating, your MMR, and your world records. I wish we could scroll down more and not just have the top 10. I wish we could see everybody, because I think that would be nice. So say maybe I'm in 40th or so position. I don't know that unless I can see everybody's name. So if that was the case, really cool. That's probably the only update I'd like to see, I think, out of this whole website so far. If you have any suggestions for this, do let me know, because I know Pepiti does watch these videos and he goes through the comments reading everyone's inputs. So if you have any ideas of what could be added to the website and updated, just put it down below. I'm sure we'd all love to see it and have a look and see how this can be built upon and improved. And then I suppose if nobody is aware, the safety rating is, I think, is if you complete a lap without hitting someone, you get +2 safety rating, for example. So Alpha right here, that is an insane amount. I'm pretty sure you start off on about 1,000. So this man has run probably about 500 laps or so without bumping into people, which I think is absolutely nuts. So he's done 346 laps. So maybe he's tweaked the safety rating ever so slightly, how it goes up and down. But really cool stuff. I find it super impressive. And it just gives me more an excuse to play the game now. And I'd like the servers to just be constantly updated, maybe on a weekly basis on what tracks they covers, because I'm seeing a lot of forests and clubs and so on and so forth. I'm seeing a few different ones like Palettas and ARL pre-season and stuff like that, and it's just nice. I just wish I want that to continue. And one fun thing, you can see what the most used bike is as well. So the 2022 Honda 250, 52,000 laps. And I suppose, to be fair, these were the two bikes that you always used to see the most when you was playing online anyway. And you can see it's going to be slowly filled up with the 2023 bikes as we go on as well. And more people start using them Beta 18 OEMs. But that's going to do it from me. Thought I'd give you a little update on where things are right now. And I think this is all really impressive stuff. And very pretty as well. Quite easy to read. Really good stuff. Really enjoyable. Just found the dashboard button, ignore me. And I'll catch you guys next time. If you enjoyed, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Feel free to become a member. I'd really appreciate it. And have a lovely day. Goodbye.